You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. True confidence does not come from applause, approval, or validation. It comes when we let go of the need to receive these things from others to define our worth. It comes from being rooted and grounded in the truth of who you are, without needing anyone else to confirm it. My name is Ed Hegan. I'm a former New York City firefighter and a mindfulness meditation coach. And I've seen firsthand what real strength looks like. It's not about how loud you are or how many people you impress or how many people clap for you. It's really your ability to stay calm under pressure, to remain still in your core, and to feel fully all of your emotions, but without being ruled by them. It's this inner strength and ability to move through life grounded, focused, and unshakable. That's the masculine confidence that feels safe and reliable and trustworthy. And that's what we're here to reclaim. Because true confidence is not grasping, it's not needing, it's not wanting, it's not desperate. True confidence is grounded. And that's when we become the most magnetic. That's when we attract into our lives the things that we really want. Because when we're at peace with ourselves, we allow what's meant for us to come to us. And so being still is not being passive. It's not being weak. It's emotional maturity by not letting our emotions drive us all over the place and take the lead in our lives. We can have our emotions. We can feel our emotions fully without allowing them to control and dictate how we act or speak or behave. And this is why it's so powerful for us to practice mindfulness and awareness. Because when we can become aware that we are having an emotional reaction, instead of reacting out of past wounds, conditioning, or patterns, we can choose a healthy response. And when we choose a healthy response, we can let go of the emotions and the stories and the past conditioning that is no longer serving us. And letting go in that way is not giving up. It's making room for ourselves. It's making room for what's real. It's making room in our heart for us to feel what we need to feel and welcome in what we want to welcome in without being clouded by emotions that are a part of a reactive past. And so this is also part of our healing journey, is to develop awareness around the ways that we're reacting emotionally. Because our strength is not in avoiding emotions, but our real strength is in feeling our emotions fully, letting them pass, expressing them in a healthy way, a creative way, learning the lessons that the emotions are trying to teach us, and then integrating those lessons into our lives. And when we have this deep need for approval, it weakens our presence. And the release of that need is what really empowers us. And so when we stop performing and stop pretending to be something that we're not, we can actually start leading. Because we're not busy trying to figure out what other people want us to do or say or how we need to be in order to get that approval and affection. We can act from a place of authenticity. And that's when we truly start to trust ourselves. And when we trust ourselves, that's when we can have that calm, consistent, unreactive confidence, where we can be assertive without being controlling, where we can make decisions from a place of leadership without trying to force ourselves and force life to be a certain way. This energy is powerful because it's grounded, it's focused, and it's humble. And it's also the most attractive thing about a man. And so we want to be in a state where we can remind ourselves that our confidence doesn't come from the outside. Our confidence isn't reliant on the outcomes being exactly the way that we want it. Our confidence comes from an internal alignment where we feel we are being true and authentic to ourselves. Real confidence is calm. It's this deep inner knowing that we can handle whatever life throws at us. A man who doesn't need constant reassurance from others is a man that people look to for direction because he has that confidence. He knows himself. He can make decisions from a place of conviction and assertion without being demanding or bossy. And so other people trust his ability to lead naturally. And letting go of the need to be accepted by others allows us to live more authentically. And from that place, many things in our lives can improve. Our relationships, both personally and professionally, our ability to earn and create by learning to lead people from a place of confidence and assurance and conviction, not from a place of demand or making sure that you try to force people to do the things that you want them to do, but to have confidence and conviction in who you are gives you a greater ability to lead other people with passion and purpose. And in that way, our ability to bring our gifts into the world can help to improve our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So you don't need to become more. Sometimes we need to let go and do less, and simply remember who you are when you're grounded and rooted in the confidence and conviction of knowing who you are. So let's practice a little bit of what it means to let go of some of the things that we've been holding on to. Find a comfortable spot where you can just relax for a little while. Lean back, sit up straight, whatever feels comfortable. And just breathe deeply through the nose and fill your belly. Hold. I am enough. And release any stress and tension. Breathe deeply into the nose. Fill your belly and your chest. Hold in the deep knowing of who you are, releasing any doubt and uncertainty. Breathe deeply and slowly in through the nose, filling your belly. Fill your chest. Hold in the confidence and conviction that everything is aligning for your greatest good and your higher purpose as you release any tension or doubt. Inhale slowly through the nose, fill your belly. Fill your chest. Hold, rooted and grounded in this knowing that you are exactly where you belong and everything is aligning for the right reasons. Connect deeper with your body. Imagine yourself sitting or lying where you are. And imagine the points where you're connected to the earth. Maybe it's your feet, or the backs of your legs, your butt, your back. Imagine where you're connected. This is where we are connected with gravity to this natural earth. And this natural earth that we're connected to is so powerfully grounding. If I can make you do this outside in the grass with your feet on the ground or on the earth or on the beach, I would. If you are, do it. If you're not, do it next time. But remember that we are always deeply rooted and grounded to the earth. Even if we're sitting in a chair and in a house, we can feel that gravity connects us to our very existence, to our body, and our breath connects us to our body, the 5 senses, the sound of my voice, the focusing on the breath, the focusing on the points where you're connected to your chair, the earth, the ground, your feet, your legs. Imagine being connected and nourished by the earth. this earth that provides all the things we need to survive, the bountiful pleasure of fruits and vegetables, the foods, the animals, the resources, the lumber, the trees, the herbs, all of the things that we need to survive and thrive in this human experience come from the earth that we are rooted in and connected to right now. As we breathe deeply in, we breathe in a deeper connection to the earth. And as we exhale, we release any tension. Now start to scan your body a bit. As you breathe slowly and deeply, notice if you're carrying any tightness or tension. Notice if you're carrying any fear or doubt. Maybe you're suffering from insecurity, shame, guilt, jealousy, uncertainty, feeling unappreciated, unloved. Notice that these things are wounds from your childhood, wounds from adolescence, from feeling unsafe. You now become the harbor in the storm for yourself. As you breathe in, notice where you sense any of that tension and breathe in loving kindness. Simply notice, maybe you feel some tightness or tension in your belly. Maybe you feel some nervousness or some anxiety in your chest. And as you breathe in, just notice it. Don't try to get rid of it. Don't try to avoid it. Just notice it. And talk to it. You can say, I accept you and you belong. Why? Why are we accepting and giving a place for this feeling to belong? Well, because if we don't take time to acknowledge it, if we're always busy trying to numb and distract ourselves from feeling our feelings, we'll never be able to learn the lessons and release them and let them go. And it will rob us of our energy and vitality. So by acknowledging this feeling of hurt, pain, shame, guilt, fear, confusion, we can name it. We can accept it. We can embrace it, allow it, and tell it that it belongs. And we can feel it. We can even say thank you, as it is a gift. It's a teacher. It's a lesson, teaching us that the things that happened to us in the past made us feel unsafe. But now, we are the ones that provide that safety and that calm in the eye of the storm of life. And as you breathe in deeply, breathe in loving kindness to that space. Hold and tight and tense your fists in your body and connect to that dense energy. And as you exhale, release. Again, notice any tightness or tension, feelings, emotions that you're carrying in your body. Breathe deeply in through the nose. Hold. Squeeze tension in your hands, your wrists, your core, your legs, your belly. Feel that tension and that emotion and slowly release. And let it go. One more time. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill your belly and your chest. Bring attention to those parts of ourselves that we hide and squeeze our wrists, our belly, our chest, our arms, our legs, and release that emotion. And in that way, we recognize where we're carrying old wounds, the tightness, the tension, the anxiety, the confusion, the fear, the guilt, the shame. These are powerful teachers. They seem like negative things that we want to get rid of, but they are powerful teachers because they can show us where we're not free. They can show us where we need to focus some loving kindness and some compassion for ourselves. And this may seem like it's over emotional or that this level of vulnerability is a weakness, but trust me, my brother, this is a strength. This is the life hack that no one ever taught you. This is the cheat code that our parents never got the manual on, and they never had the skills themselves to teach us because they were wounded people that were raised by wounded people who didn't have the skills or the tools, that were doing the best they could with what they had at the time. And so now it's our job. It may not be your fault that you're carrying these wounds, but I got news for you. No one's coming to save you. So it is your responsibility to fix it and make those changes necessary to your life by letting go of the things that you no longer value, letting go of the things that no longer serve us, letting go of the things that hold us back and weigh us down, or that try to protect us, but really they prevent us from living more fully and freely. And if we can recognize that we can let this go, we can recognize when other things come up in our lives, we have the power to sit with it in stillness, in awareness, in compassion and empathy and kindness for ourselves, and to release the things that no longer belong to us. And this kind of self-care is the most powerful gift that we can offer to the people that we love. Think about how you want to show up for the people you care about. Wife, kids, brothers, sisters, work, whatever it is. Think about the words you want to speak, the energy you want to carry, and the ways that you want to be around the people you care about. Practicing self-care, emotional regulation, emotional intelligence, and understanding ourselves more deeply is a radical act of self-love and the gift that we give to the people that we care about. Because confidence isn't loud, it's not cocky, it's not arrogant. It's still. It's the man who listens more than he talks. The man who chooses a healthy and loving and compassionate response instead of reacting from old wounds. It's coming from a man who trusts himself enough to let go of anything that no longer aligns with his integrity and his character and his values of how he wants to live his life. And when you live from this center, when you live from this place of being grounded and rooted in the truth of who you are, when you live from the truth of being grounded and rooted in this truth of who you are, you can become a man who can love fully, lead boldly, and walk with purpose without needing permission. That's your true power, is recognizing who you really are. That's your peace. That's when you let this authentic version of you shine, when you honor the divinity and the truth of who you are. And that is where the best version of you is born. So, I'm proud of you for showing up today, confronting some of those shadows that live deep inside of our psyche, compassionately sitting with it and breathing with it, acknowledging it, and remembering that it's a sacred gift for us to learn more about ourselves and become the best version of ourselves. And if you want to learn more about doing this work or receiving a custom meditation that's tailored for the challenges you're facing in your life, you can reach out for a free discovery call at edwoodstock.com or send me a DM. And remember how important it is to take care of yourself and each other.